All right, let's go with another Wusik Station 10 coding video. And the last time I was having some trouble with a few things, but now seems that I got things right. So I updated the code for the mouse movement. So now when you click on a button, you can go up and down without having to worry about the mouse cursor going out of the screen, especially here when I have two monitors. And if I'm doing something that goes left and right, the mouse will just go to the other screen and lose focus. So this way, it creates a square, and every time you move the mouse actually stays in the same place, as you can see when you click and unclick, release the button. And I added a small feedback to know that you click it on a knob. So the knobs has a small color change, just so you know that you're editing that knob. Shift also works, shift click, so you can move slowly. Should have a few things to address. The screw bar is also working much better, and the up and down works now. And this alone, they gave me a lot of trouble because I was getting some weird behavior when I was clicking and having the cursor hiding. It was not coming back when I was setting it to show again. So it was vanishing and I didn't know why. And it turns out it's a bug in my video card because the video card I'm using, it's a very strange one. Check the model, but it's a GT730, but the model is weird. So they don't update the drives anymore for this model. So GeForce GT730. But if I look at CPU Z, give me more information about the card. So at some point I will have to change this card. It's not a good card. It has a lot of problems with it. It has 2 GB of memory, but for some reason it's the only GT700 series that is not being updated. The drivers, you don't have new drivers. At least I couldn't find new drivers. And the ones from NVIDIA say it's not possible to install for this card. So I don't know. Something weird with this card. But I have some user tested for me on another card. And I also tested on my other computer that I have for old games that has a 1030 and it works correctly. But the fix I did for this to work on my card is actually very silly. I just set the full screen size to go -1 to the left. So you can't see, but there's 1 pixel to the left here that's off screen. And by doing that, it works. I can hide and show the cursor. And this bug doesn't happen in the windowed mode. So I don't know, it's a really strange bug and only related to this card so far. Couldn't find anyone with the similar problem. Here I'm having a problem with the mouse moving away from the knob when I release the button. So I have to check that in window mode. Not working correctly. But I can fix that, it's not a problem. So right now, what I'm working is to add more stuff to the skin file. So I using edit enabled one, which then looks for a file name test background, which should have all the stuff in a single file. So I can add the parameters and knobs and everything else into the screen using that. So now it should show as a layer, but first I want to fix one small problem. The- So when I change the position of an object, so I can use the cursors up, down, left, and right to change the position of the component that the mouse is over on. That allows adjusting much easier. Let me check that out. Oh, no, there's a small error. Ah, I was doing the draw part of the call. I forgot. Didn't finish this up. So, what do I search positioning 0? Search size is going to be east. The next one, oh, the chint. Nine, crew. Is my variable. Hmm, always forget things. Crew position. But where? Oh, come on. Should really get rid of this macro button I have on my keyboard that closes the window. It can be a pain in the neck. This is on the edge. Where this gets defined. Ah, layer screw position. Uh, so the draw part of the call just screws as. Oh, cool. 0, 0. Call the offset position and the size. They are all floating points. Yeah. Okay, I have enabled the edit. Is going to add a blue overlay on top of my skin just to test the positionings. That's not going to be the actual design, so don't worry about that. It's just it's always drawing. That's why it's doing that. So let me check something out. I should only draw these at some certain situation. Not a big deal, but then the interface gets very slow to page it. But let me check my first knob there, frequency one, if I can just move it. Okay, right positioning. Not very easy to see, to be honest. Maybe I will have to come with another solution for this. It's actually very hard to see. So, I think I'm going to add a key. Check my keys in here. Check. Maybe I can use enter. To here. It enables on the. It's okay, no problem. It background. It's a bit long for a variable, but not a problem. You can give any long names that you want. It's only going to use small portion of the. I forgot now. Sorry, sometimes I have some blackouts. Just go blank. Store. No, it's not. If I press return, it's going to redraw the thing. Fine, where's redraw? Bottom. So that should make a bit more sense. But I also like to define transparency for this. So it's easy for me to see what's going on. Otherwise, it's very hard. Let's see. Use like not 0.2, very transparent. And then that way I can create on the data files. Alpha and multiply by 255. That should do it. Now I can go create this again. Pixel. So, and I think it should be like something like that. I have to test. I don't know if this is going to blackish or make it more white. I don't remember. I I worry now about the transparency. I'm going to test it out. Maybe it works. Just have to remember to press enter, return. So it redraws the test pattern. Not redrawing. Oh, I forgot to do something. Um, when I redraw it, I also have to tell the screen to be updated. There is a problem there. Because it's going to update just that and going to replace all this stuff on the screen. That's not going to work. Instead, what I'm going to do, I'm going to check for the repaint all, and I can use the delay repaint all. And it's going to redraw the whole screen and then draw the test pattern, test background. Not. Come on, man. Paint all. Oh no. Oh no. Wrong variable. Not what I want. Should doing nothing. Let me check again. So if you repaint all, it's going to repaint all the components And on the end, it should draw my partial decal. Unless, of course, my digital offer here is totally wrong. So let's test without that first and maybe check that out. Interesting. Going to update the bit. Let's do it again. Still not I'm using return. Maybe return is not declared to be enter for the sake of testing. You can see that it's moving as I want. Press enter, nothing happens. Uh, just moving some stuff around so the delay repaint all is the last thing to happen. Repaint all equals false is also last thing. And then I'm going to check another thing. Oh, I think I know what it is. what I was thinking. Never mind. Let me test again. Oh yeah, now it works. It has a few problems, but working. Let's try the transparency now. Could use the update screen form to know that I should redraw again. That way, when I move the parameter, in this case the knob, the frequency knob, I'm going to redraw and let me take a peek at what's going on. Oh yeah, now it's much more interesting. I can see much better. The top ones are very hard to see. That gives an idea. And this is just for testing anyway. So let's disable it and the code bypass it as it should. Yeah, no more code, no more moving with the knob, with the buttons. One thing that annoys me that when you move up and down, it's just increasing distance variable. And this happens with Wusik Station version 9, Wusik, with every Wusik product, it happens. And I would really like to get rid of this problem. So I move up. Then when I move down, I have to move all the way down to the position I was before it starts to move down. So that's a bit annoying, but at the same time, mm, times it is expected, I guess. Don't have any other product to test here. Think what else I have installed on my computer I could test and check if this global problem or not. Try this. Oh, the same problem. Oh, maybe it's not a problem. Maybe I'm just seeing as a problem, but it's not really a problem. Another one. Oh, this one just has. Oh, this one does what I'm talking about. Goes from maximum to minimum, and even if I go very far on the right side, I'm going very far with the mouse on the right side. As soon as I go left, it goes left. That's what I wanted. but maybe it's not going to be possible. I have to check. Let's move this one go. And it does also let me go very, very far, and as soon as go down, it's going down. Just a matter of getting the math right. So it's not a should not be so hard, but I don't know. Because where I get this information for the distance is on the mouse movements that Windows throws. So I check for the position, then I make the mouse stay in position. Also have to fix that for the window mode that I was testing before and already showing some problems. But I was talking about my video card bug, and you can see now. I don't know if you have seen the other videos, but now the screen is opening and gets captured at the same time without any delays, just because it's 1 pixel off screen. That's very, very weird. A very weird behavior. But I guess it's just my video card. So, okay, I should be able to clip the distance, but how could I do that? Figure this one out. Maybe what I could do is in the creation of the knob, could have another variable tell that it's going to clip to a certain value. Let me something. I received the distance y. That's the one I use for the code. So I could use distance y clip if that's going to work or not. On my knob code on the mouse down, set that to 0. And on the mouse drag, oh, where I check things out. So value. First I have to remove the limitation here. So I get either a negative or above 1 value. So if value is higher than 1.0 equals 1.0, and then clip distances is going to be the distance y. And then the previous value is going to be 1. Would work, but I have to test, of course. And there's another thing I have to think about it. We test this out first because I think it should work. Then I have to use here distance minus the clip distance. This is going to work for when the distance clip is higher than 0, higher or equal than 0. But there's a problem. When the clip distance is well, let me test it out. Having a hard time figuring the math for this one out, but it's possible to make that happen. It should behave in the same way. Yeah, I know how to handle that. So I have to worry about when the distance is higher than 0 or this lower than 0. When it's positive or negative. When it's positive, so when it's positive, as I go up, as soon as I hit the higher value, I set my clip. When I go down, and this is hard to make. uh, okay, I'm going to leave this alone for a bit and come back to this later. And maybe I leave my mind thinking about this a bit. Not so hard, but I don't know. I'm a bit sleepy today. So, well, we talk again on the next video. This was a bit shorter, but at least we're getting there. It's evolving a lot, the code. There's always some problems to resolve, but at least it's working very smooth now. especially scrolling here, the knob exiting, and everything else. So that's it. Thanks again for watching, and the next time.